So first of all, our today's our session is connecting to a database using Python. Using Python. So what is the database we are going to use is PostgreSQL. Okay, there may be different databases. Gaurav, there may be different databases. Different databases. Inge andre, so what is this? What is meant by database first of all? So now rather than a file system, we are storing every data in database. Okay, every store in data in database. Like this data, like once you have this in database, anyone can connect to this database and fetch the data. Like if you have given permissions to connect, if you have given permission to connect, anyone can connect to the database. Even so many huge applications. So without a database, no application, no web application is there. So let us consider your WhatsApp, your Facebook, anything. Every web application, even your school or college websites, any website will have a database. So, do you know about database first of all, Gaurav?
Sir, ಅದೇ sir storing students data ಅಂತ like example.
Yeah, storing students data antene alla any data. So like now you have a Flipkart, you have different items, you have different mobiles versions, anything. So many items are there. So every item will be prices, everything will be stored in a database. Okay, not only that information, whatever you are saying. Okay, why this database is there? Before to database, how they were storing the data? They were storing in a file system. What is this file system? File system is nothing but a notepad or a word pad, anything. Okay, if you store in the file system, what happens if the file has been theft or if the file has been deleted? What will happen? You can't get it back. Whereas here in databases, we will take backups. Every day we will take backup. Like this is an activity of database administrator. This is another role in corporate software world. That is the database administrator. Who admins the database? Who administrates the database? So he will take backup. Okay, every day ಇವಾಗ ಮಳೆ ಬಂತು ನಾಳೆ okay tomorrow a thunderstorm came and like your system went down. Okay, so now that in that case you want to revert it to back to some like some minutes. Okay, so that at least that particular data will be available. So such kind of what do you say reversibility. So that will help us from the database, and you can share this information. Okay, one you can allow other people to access this database also. So once this database is posted somewhere, okay, so you can access this database also. My point is here today how we will connect to Python. Through Python, how I will connect to my. So as you people already know, so now we are covering not only one concept, we are covering two concepts here: exception handling as well as Python database. Python with SQL database. Okay. So now, so what is this? If you see here, there is a connection. Like the first you need to see. I will tell you what is about this try, except, and finally. So that is an exception handling. First of all, there are steps we need to identify. What are the steps we need to identify? It's a question. Before going to that, what do you say? Font. Right. Okay. So before going to that, what we need to see? So connection. We need to create a connection between Python and SQL database. SQL database. So for that, first say, Yashashwini, you heard about writing a JDBC program in Java, right? So the same way we are also doing here. Okay, same way we are also doing. Like in order to create connection between Python and SQL, you need to install this library. Additionally, you need to install this library. What is this library? Scikop G2. Okay, please select Scikop G2. Okay, so this is a Scikop G2. Like, okay, fine. From Scikop G2, we will connect to we'll create a connection out. We create a connection out. So now this use in PsychObject we have connect method, which will take parameters. It will take parameters. What kind of parameters? Username, password, username, password, okay, password, post, port, and what is the database you are connecting. Okay, we are connecting to my, so I can have a number of databases in my database server. Okay, so I have a database called Postgres here. That's why I'm using. I can create one more database called any name, with any name I can connect to that particular data. So now, what is the port? Port means on which, so there will be a port. There will be a port number on which this server will be hosted. So as it's a local host, we will give port number 127.0.0.0.0.1. So this is like local host. So they will say, where are you now? At home. Mem ಇದೆ. What is that mem? They will say 127. What is your address? Is 127.0.0.0.1 ಅಂತ. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೋಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನೋ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳ್ರ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ home address, the home IP address, local host IP address. So in your system also 127.0.0.1. This is your local host address. In every system, local host address is this 127.0.0.1. This is the local host address. And it's like to connect to a database, you need to have a username and password. And every database will run on some port, that is 5432 is a Postgres. 5432 is a Postgres one. Postgres one will run on port. Postgres SQL 5432 run ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Whereas Oracle database ಬಂದು 1521 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ಈ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. So we have by hearted. Okay, we have by hearted. Nothing. As you preach, it will come. Okay, right. So once you have a connection object created, so what happens is we need to have cursors. Connection object create agide annada cursor ಬೇಕು. Okay, why this cursor is required? Okay, why this cursor is required? Cursor will execute a select statement in the DB. Okay, in the DB. So now let us consider how we will run a select statement here. We will run a select statement here in the database. Select star from employee employee. So now you are ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, employee select star from employee table ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್, employee table ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಡೇಟಾನ ನಾವು Postgres ಲಿಂದ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ Postgres ವರ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಬೋಣ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು first of all we are going to see connection object. Like we saw connection object, now we are going to see how we will create a cursor. Cursor object is used to create using from connection object. So ಏನಂತೆ, so one is dependent on the other. So connection object, cursor object, how we will create based on the connection object. Okay, so once this cursor is there, what you can do, you can what do you say, you can connect to you can execute the select statement. You can execute any statement, any SQL statement, dot cursor A. Yaga. So this cursor will help in executing select statement. Okay. This connection object will help in executing select statement. Fine. So now once you get this data, once you have this cursor, okay, you can run the record. Okay, you can get the record. You can get the record. So because every table, like what is meant by record? Every row in a table is called a record. Every row in a table is called a record. Okay. So now if I run this in a if I run this directly in SQL, what will happen? It will give my version number. It will give my version number of my database. Give you my version number of my database. So now if you see here, what happened? It gave my version number like Postgres 9.3 to 3.25. It is used compiled by Visual C++ build number. Okay, and it is of 32 bits. My system is very old. It is of 32 bits software. It is of 32 bits software. That's why we use for 32. So now whether we have connected or not, we are trying to print. And if any error occurs, okay, while writing this program, now we are going to see about exception and exception handling. Why we need exception handling? Before going to see exception handling, okay. Right. So my point is here. Before going to see the exception handling, we are going to have first run the program. We will run the program. Whether we are able to connect or not. Yes. We were able to connect. So now if you see here, it is DNS parameters. Get DNS parameters means it will get all the DNS parameters. Okay, database connections parameters. What are the database connections parameters? What is the database? What is the username? What is the host? What is the port? Everything will come. Okay, everything will come. And now we are printing the version. So you saw you are connected another now record is our data. Record is our data which we have executed. So the same data is coming through our program. Okay. In this way, I will connect to my database. So first of all, we need to create an object. Then once you create you create an object, okay, and you need to create a cursor. From the cursor, you can execute the selection. So there are three steps. We need to see. Okay. So now once you execute the data, then again we need to fetch the record. Four steps. So like how many? Four steps. We have discussed three steps. Once you connect one, next you create a cursor object using that one, and cursor object executes the select statement, and you fetch a record using the cursor. Using cursor. So how we will connect to our database? I want to connect to my database. Okay. Okay. So now my point is we need to connect to our database. Okay. Connect to our database and get the employee data. Now we will copy this program itself. We will say new. Okay. Now what is this? Rather than going to select of version, what we will do? We will say from employee. Okay. So now I need to loop the database. Now loop the database and print the data. Now first of all we need to use here not fetch one. We need to use fetch all. So you need to remember fetch all, fetch all. So now, because why we need to fetch all? There was only one row. Here, if you say, there will be many rows. Now, if I say select star from employee, what will happen? It will have many rows. It will have many rows. So for that purpose, what we need to do? We need to change this to fetch all, and as we have fetch all, it will not be printed in one row. We need to loop the data. We need to loop the data. How we will write? How we will write? Okay. How we will write? So now, as it is a record, okay, every record should be there. So number of records it will be. It will not be a records. It will be a records. Any name you can take. That it will become that one. So now what we will say? Row in records. Okay. So in records, you know that how to write a for loop here. So I will say print. Okay, what? Row 0, row of 0. Okay, print row of 0. So we say again print row of 1. So first we will see whether these two things will happen or not. Okay. Follow this. Yes. We need to follow. Once that is done, this is done. Okay, fine. So what is the row 1? What is the row 1? It is a row of 1 means column name. It is a name. First one is the ID, second one is the name. So we'll say it has name. Here, so we are writing our own data, our own names. It is not that particular table column. Okay. So select SQL select Python. SQL select with Python. So now select star from. Not select from. It will be a select star from. That's why the error came. So now you see error came. No. So now it is saying the error will come from here. Hey Dinesh, hey, I am in a session. I will call you later. Okay. So now we will need to run the program. Now you see everything came. Every row came. So now if you see here, what happened? Every row has been printed out. Every row has been printed out. Every row has been printed out. So name, pronoun. So name James, ID 23. So like we have access to the data which is present in the database. Which is present in the database. So we will see further. We have further. What do you say? CRUD operations. How to read? We have seen how to read. Okay. Including that it is not procedural in printing the fetching the data from the table. Fetching the data from the table. Fetching the data from the table. And rather than this, what we can do? Okay, and looping the data. Looping the data. Okay, looping the data. So this is a looping the data. Okay. Are you familiar with this editor? First of all, Anaconda, have you installed both Yashaswini and Gaurav? Are you familiar with this editor?
Or PyCharm use ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ.
PyCharm. PyCharm ಬೇಡ. Anaconda install ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay.
ಸರ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಜುಪಿಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರು.
ಅದೇ ಜುಪಿಟರ್. ಅದೇ ಇದು ಜುಪಿಟರ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಇದು ಜುಪಿಟರ್. Okay. This is Jupyter. So now we have seen what we have seen reading the data. So now we don't need this anymore. Just they are printing for their purpose. Okay. This is not required every time you don't want to print. So once the connection is there, what will happen? It will run the data. Okay. So now what we will do? We are able to read the data. So now we will see tomorrow what we will see. We will see about update and deletion also. We will continue the class. Today we will complete what is the exception handling. Why you are keeping this try, finally. What is this try? Okay. So try, except, and finally. So these are same in Java also. We saw exception handling, right, Gaurav? We saw exception handling in Java also. We were saying catch there. Here they are saying except. Except. So except and exception. Except and exception. Same. So when you are trying something like connecting to a database, like connecting to a file, anything, like it is connection between two systems, like Python is one system which is installed on you, and database is another system which is installed on your server. Okay, it may not only maybe local host, you can give any server IP also if some server has that particular database tomorrow. Okay, if you know the server IP and address, server IP and address. So it is connection between the two systems. So there may be a chance of raising an exception. So in order to catch that exception, in order to catch that exception, this particular try catch will come. This particular try catch will come into picture. So exception here is also a class. Exception here is also a class. So now what happens? This exception is a keyword. So now if you see exception, the color itself is different. So this is a keyword. To tell you what happened. So when I go wrong, it gave me an error. It gave me an error. So if you see here, it gave me an error. First of all, before executing this, we got error. So now you see here. Error while connecting to Postgres. Okay, what is that? At near from. So that particular error, I forgot star. Okay, so it gave you an error. So finally, what will happen? So once you open this connection, once you open this cursor, okay, you need to close that also. You need to close that. You need to close that. So how we are closing? If connection is open, if connection is present, if connection is present, then I am going to close cursor and connection. Otherwise, I will not do anything. If the connection is not there, it will not go and execute. So especially here, what we are doing is connection. So I will give you exercises also. We will give you exercises also on how to connect to a database and all. Essentially, you have already Postgres, right? You have already a Postgres database. You help Gaurav to install Postgres. I will give this. I'll help you people to how to install this. You can go to a command prompt. You can go to command prompt or Anaconda prompt, any prompt, and say pip install of this package. Okay, what is that? What you need to do? You need to do an installation of this. What is that? How you will do? Is pip install of PubG2. Okay, this particular installation you need to do. Pip install or pip3. Like this is the version number. Pip3 or pip, just a pip. Just you need to do this so that this library will be available to you. Whenever you write program, no error will come. Otherwise, so by default, this library will not be installed. This is an external library. This is an external library, especially to connect to PostgreSQL database only. Only to PostgreSQL database. Okay. Only to PostgreSQL database.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
ಏನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಏನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು
ಸರ್?
ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಜಾವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ?
No, nothing. No, Java is different and Python is very different. So Python you don't want to install anywhere because you are going and running your Python program in that particular path itself. Okay. So Java was not like that. You are writing program somewhere and your jar was somewhere. So in order to both work, you are loading the jar. You are loading the jar. So this is not that case. This is not that. So now what my point is, so first of all you need to do a installation. You need to do an installation before writing the program. So now what is there is something called connection pool. Also it is present in the Python PostgreSQL. Okay, Python PostgreSQL. So now what is that connection tool? I will tell you. Before going to that, okay, we need to see. Okay, we need to see how the Python will connect to this one database. Okay, so how it will work? How it will work? So now let us consider you are having a Python application. It is a Python application. What you are writing? Okay, there is a library. There is a small library that is PySoft. So whatever the library you are installing, and there is a database. There is a database. There is a database. Okay, this database API. That is an API. That is a API, and this is a database. So this is a database. So what is this? This is database. Okay, this is database. Okay, okay. This is a database, and this is your application. This is your Python application. Okay, this is your Python application. I will write immediately app only. So this is your application. What happens? And this is your library. This is your library. And there is something called Python API. Okay, API, Python DB API. That is what installation comes from. Comes from the installation. So this API will help us to connect application to library. Okay, and library to database. And this will connect using to connect to database using Python API, using a Python API. So that is nothing but Python. Okay. So now a application is used to connect to a DB. A Python application is used to connect to a DB using a library, using a library called Python. So not only one library, there are n number of libraries. N number of libraries. Okay. So now we saw basic example connect. Okay, this connect required arguments to required some arguments. Those are username, password, host, code, and data. So these are the 5 details you should need forever. So using connect object, we will create a cursor object. Okay. Okay, what is this cursor object is used to execute SQL queries, Postgres SQL queries. Not only select statement, executing SQL queries, all the SQL queries. Not only a select statement. So and first of all, once this executing is done, we need to close the cursor and connection also. Cursor and connection also. Okay, so now what is this connect? Okay, this connect is an again what is that? Like it is used by many threads. So not only one thread, this connection can be used from many people. Like at a time simultaneously, many people can access this. Many people can access this. Like this connection dot cursor. What is that? Connection dot cursor. This particular line. What is it? We can create a connection object which allows us to execute the PostgreSQL queries. Okay, we can create as many as cursors you want in a single connection. So in a single connection, how many I can create? As many as cursors I can create. Okay, Okay, so cursor created from one connection are not from the same connection are not isolated. That is means that is any changes done to the database by a cursor are immediately visible to the other cursor. So if you create n number of cursors, so if one cursor changes the data, another cursor also will see the same data. It's not like that that cursor have changed, this cursor will not see. No, not like that. Okay, cursors are not so cursors are not like what do you say? Not in sync. It's not like not in sync. They will be always be in sync. Okay, they will be always be in sync. Now, cursor dot execute. What is this cursor dot execute will do? Cursor dot execute is used to execute a database operation or query. Simple. Alright, query. Execute method takes SQL query as a parameter. So now only SQL query as a parameter. If something you have typed wrong, it was throwing you error. It was throwing you error. So we can retrieve the query results, okay, using some methods. So there are not only fetch all, there are n number of methods are there. So what are those? We are not able to see here. We will say we have fetch one for one record, fetch many for many records, fetch all also, fetch all also there. So we have two methods. We have seen two methods now. So one is the fetch one for previous some we saw. So that will be a one row. You know that there is only one row in the SQL query, then use fetch one. You know that there are multiple lines, then you use fetch all. Okay, fetch all. Okay, so now, from this we should be able to understand. So tomorrow what we will do, we will create, we will go for a create and update the data. Okay, we'll create and update the data. So this is like that is the one thing we are going to see, and we will see how Postgres manages the transaction. Transaction. What do you mean by transaction? Do you people know what do you mean by transaction? Hmm? Transaction means, have you people seen transaction? Gaurav, have you people seen transaction? Hmm? You know, Gaurav, have you people seen transaction? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? No. Okay, fine. No problem. I will show you. What do you mean by transaction? See, I have got the same. So this is a common topic. This will be present in advanced Java also. We can consider this. We are starting advanced Java also. I don't want to repeat the same concept in advanced Java. Okay. So transaction management in JDBC. So same. This is advanced Java also. This you listen this concept. This concept is applicable for JDBC as well as Python also. Okay. So this transaction management. What do you mean by a transaction? A transaction is a single unit of work. Single unit of work means you go to ATM, you do a transaction. That is nothing but a single unit of work. Okay. All your transactions should follow some ACID properties. What are those? What is that? ACID properties. Okay. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಶಾಪ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆರ್ಪಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಆಸಿಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೋ. This is an acid property. Acid means atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. So now you need to like we need to follow all these acid properties. So whenever you have a database, it will follow all these principles. Tomorrow you can also, so see, this Python is also created. Python database is also created with the C language. Okay, so it follows some rules. So as you say, name it as a database. Tomorrow you can build your own database, but it should follow, it should have these rules. This should follow acid property. You should have acid property means what do you mean by atomicity? Let us consider. Okay, all transactions are successful. So you start a transaction in ATM or a bank, on an internet or anything, anywhere. On a Flipkart you are buying an item, anything. All transactions should be okay successful or failure. That's it. It should not be like in a hang state or it is in process state, not like that. So either of that, it is completed or failed. So both, in either both it should be. Either of the one it should be. It should not hang and say, okay, your money got deducted, 1 lakh got deducted, it will come after 10 days. People will come and hit you. Okay. So now this is like atomicity. So either it is a successful or nothing. Consistency. Consistency means, so bringing from one state to another state. Like one state to another state means from, what is it? Committed. So we have a committed state, or initially it started and then you will commit that particular thing. Okay, that is also there. So now you see isolation. A transaction is isolated means, see here, you can start n number of, you can do n number of transactions. Okay, it's like one by one. It should be one by one. It should not be a simultaneous thing. Means isolated means it is not like, what do you say, a combination of two transactions will do. Either you do a withdraw or you do a deposit. Can you do both at a time? No, I can't do both at a time, right? Either I deposit it or I withdraw it. So either of the one case I will do. So this is a transaction. This is a transaction isolation. Transaction isolation. So this behavior is also very important. And durability. A transaction committed, it remains. Okay. So now, if you are going to commit a transaction, you have committed a transaction. Okay. You have deducted the money from the account, but suddenly power went off. But you should not revert it back, because you have deducted it from your account, also you should deduct it. Okay. So, but suddenly before removing my ATM card, what happened? Power went off. So this transaction also, like this should be a durable one. This should be a durable one. It should not like, it should not breakable. Like while doing a transaction, something happened and power went off. So you should not say, okay, while you are drawing 10,000, power went off, so your 10,000 gone, 10,000 gone. Or you can't go and say, okay, when power is there, only go and withdraw. No, you can't say. People can withdraw anytime. Your database should have a durability. Why this acid property should be there? Because so it will help in our fast performance. It will help in a fast performance. Okay. So what we are doing is transaction control is also there. Okay, transaction control is also there. So now what we can do, we can mention the same thing we can do in JDBC also. I will show you in advanced Java. Here also we can do. Okay, here also we can do. So now what I am doing is, after creating a connection object, connection dot. By defaultly, what is happening here? Here it is connection dot auto commit will happen. Okay. So now that's what we saw here now. Either it should be a transaction from one state to another state, it should go. Either it should be a committed state or a failure state. Okay. From one state, consistency should be there. So now if you want to explicitly commit, what you need to do? Connection dot auto commit is equal to false. You need to set it as false. So now false means F capital false. Yes. Okay. Now the connection has been set to false. Then once this is done, you can set. Not here. So we fetched all records. So, hello Pranav, you join the call here. I'm finishing the session. You join the call. Okay. You join the call. Okay. Okay. So now you see connection dot commit. You can say commit your transaction. So now you are updating some data. Now you are deducting some value. Okay. If you want to commit explicitly, you need to set by default auto commit is equal to false. Okay. You want to set it by default. See? So now a connection can be rolled back also. So now you are doing something in between, something happened, you want to roll back, you can do roll back also. So roll back, what do you mean by roll back? Roll back means whatever you have done, it should be reverted back. Okay, in that this is a database language. So first of all, in order to commit your transaction, so two things you need to do. Okay. So you need to if you want to manage a transaction, so the transaction is automatically done here. If you want to manage a transaction in database, you need to do three steps. Okay, you need to do two steps. One is auto commit is equal to false, then you commit, and if the commit is something wrong, then you can do a rollback. So either these both are same only, these both are one step, any one step you can do, any one step you can do. Okay, any one step. So so now you see a transaction remains open until explicit, like now once you set false, a transaction will be open until explicitly commit or rollback is called. Until explicitly commit or rollback is called. So that's what, we can do this in this way. We can do the program. So okay. So tomorrow we will see using with statement. Okay, using a with statement to control the transactions in Postgres via Python. Using a with statement, how we will do? So remember me, we are going to say with statement. Yeah, with the statement. See, boss, this will be higher level to your people, but you need to understand this. What is the transaction? So the same things will come in advanced Java also. Okay, you don't want to worry. The same thing I will repeat again. What is the transaction? What is the transaction? What is an asset properties? Okay, this the same programs we will see. How we will do the same program in Java also we will see. So that we will have a double foundation on this transaction. Tomorrow if you want to talk about a connection to a program, okay, connection to a program, so we can cover both the things. We can like already Yashashwini has heard about JDBC. Gaurav, you need to hear about advanced Java. We can call that fellow Srinivas also. Okay, we can discuss how we will connect to JDBC, how we will connect to a database using a Java program. Okay. Hello guys.
sir.
ಓಕೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದೇ ತರನೇ ನಾವು ಜಾವಾ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಜಾವಾ. ಓಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದು ಇದು ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ. ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್? ಯು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಥ್ರೂ what is a database, why you need to have a database. Okay, what is a transaction? You can read more, so same things will come. So transaction means it should be an we should follow an asset property. Okay, either we should like if you want to commit it explicitly, we should set auto commit is equal to false, then you can commit explicitly. Then you should commit explicitly. So such cases, such things. Okay, such things. Yeah, from tomorrow mobile connect aganama. From tomorrow mobile connect agan, so that it will be clear to you and everyone. Okay. 7 o'clock Java napa. Okay. 7 o'clock Java. Gaurav?
Sir.
7 o'clock Java. Okay. Sure. Okay. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.